Welcome to the Garage Engineer. Today is the Estate Sale Friday. Every Friday I like to check the local Facebook marketplace to see if there's any estate sales in my area. Most of the time in my area there's not that many, but when there is, and I check out the pictures and it seems like they have items that I might like, I go check it out. And today was one of those days. Alright, now that you're off the stand, let me show you closer what we have. I did find a few little items. It's not like our last one when we went to the aviation mechanics estate sale, which we got quite a few good things. What piqued my interest was this was a mechanic who had a separate shop on his property, and it was full of tools. Nothing in the picture showed anything I really had to have, but there's always things hidden you got to go look at to really see what they've got. So let me kind of show you what I picked today. So I've been looking for a creeper for automotive, working under a vehicle, and this was only 50 cents, but there's a reason why it's only 50 cents. Is the bottom is dislocated and broken, and the pad is cracked up. But since we're a maker, we could probably take that apart and we can fix that. So we might do that later on in the video. And some other tools, they had a lot of screwdrivers and pliers and hammers, and I didn't really need duplicates of anything. But there's a few things I did need. This pry bar right here. It was 25 cents, but the only problem is the handle's broken, so we might work on a solution to replace that handle. But I did need a pry bar, so when we're working on our small engines, we can get the flywheel up off the top of the engine when we're working on that. And here's a auto body hammer, and I've been looking for one of those because it has a nice flat surface, so when we're banging out metal and trying to make it flat, that it's better to have one of these than just a regular hammer. And then this is only $1, and this is a dead blow hammer, which is basically, if you can hear, it's full of little BBs, so it gets a lot of momentum when you're trying to hit something hard, and put a lot of power behind it, and it's plastic, so it won't mar up the whatever you're hitting as much. And then this was a reel of weed eater line, only for $1, and it's the size that my weed eater takes. I'd say it's probably about a third of a roll left, but usually even this big roll itself is probably $20 or $30. What's left on here is probably $14, and that's usually what I pay anyways, $10 for a small package of it. So this will definitely get me through a season. Now boxes. Now all this was in the workshop, but I went to inside the house, and there wasn't much. There's some household items, but boxes. So I came across this box, and I like when they put things in boxes. It says new gun cleaning box, and you can see the price there. There you go. You can see the price is $10 for the whole box. So even at $10, I think this was a good deal. Let me get you on a stand. Let me pull some of these out. So I do have some guns, but I really didn't need any gun cleaning material. But when I started going through here, I noticed it might have some other uses in here. So what we got is 3 cans of rim oil. It's basically a cleaner lubricant, and that was the big thing, is that even though I don't have to clean my guns very often, a lot of this stuff is lubrication oil, which, just like WD-40 or anything, well, WD-40 is not lubricating, but it is a cleaner. But this does have lubrication and cleaning ability that you can use it for other metal projects. So there's 3 cans of that. Each can, I haven't looked online, but all 3 of those worth more than $10. Then you got gun scrubber, so it's just more of a cleaner, safe for metals, but cleans off the gunpowder residue and copper and all that. Here's another gun scrubber, smaller bottle. 2 of those. There's a third one. I didn't even realize there's 3 of those. And here is, I didn't know what it was, but I think this is more of an industrial lubricant cleaner. It's Hilco Lube. I don't know if anybody's used that before, but this was, I think, more on the industrial side of it. But this is safe on electronics, so I feel that we could also use this on electronic products if we needed to clean it also as an electronic cleaner. And then again, we got some Lucas gun oil and some lubricant. Another thing I'm on a search for is anti-fog for goggles. We live in the south in Georgia, and when it's humid, my goggles always clog up, or fog up. So I'm surprised to see this in here. Since he is a hunter, he probably used it a lot. There's 2 bottles of it. We'll have to give it a test to see if it works or not. But this would be great if finally found a product that actually works and it does anti-fogging like it says. And here's some Balm CR10. Again, this is just cleaner for copper, brass, and lead fouling, so cleaning guns. And then the last thing is, I'm not sure, I think this is a deer call. I'm not sure. I'm not a long rifle hunter, so I can't tell. I'm going to look this up. I might sell this on Facebook Marketplace, and then basically that would cover the cost of the whole thing, so then I would be out $0. There's not a name brand on here, but we'll look it up. But basically it said $10 on the box, and I was wavering. I mean, this was definitely worth it at $10. But like what I always try to do is just go in there and just be nice and then just say, would you take less? And she said, possibly. I said, well, how about $5? And she said, yeah, okay. So for $5, this is definitely worth it. If I don't even use it for gun cleaning, if I just use it for metal shop lubrication and cleaning, that's definitely worth it to have it in the workshop. So that's all I got on the estate sale trip. But let's take a look and see if we can fix a few of these items. So I think I want to tackle the automotive crawler. This is something used on the ground when you're laying on your back trying to fix under your vehicle. It needs a little bit of work here. It's missing a bolt on this end, and the board is delaminated, so we can get a new piece of wood there. The headrest is all cracked. I've got some vinyl that we could use to recover that. The frame is in good shape, but I think I'll clean it up a little bit and paint it just to look new, and we'll check the wheels too. We'll take them off, grease them up, clean them up a little bit, and get them rolling. So we'll work on getting this disassembled in all the pieces. So I need to get that bolt out. There's a screw here for the headrest, and I think all the wheels are just star bit. So let's get this taken apart. Alright, can we guess what that is? I'm thinking it is 3/8. Nope. Bigger. So it's probably 1/2 inch. It's already on. Nope. 7/16 it is. There you go, 7/16. I usually love the patina of old tools, and it shows the old soul of how it's been used in the past. But I think on this one I'm going to kind of refurbish it, not to make it brand new, but at least to make it look somewhat new. Alright, this is, let me get a bigger screwdriver. That's on there good. It's tight, that's for sure. I don't know what's holding on to it. But we'll get it taken apart and we'll take a look at it. Also curious always how things are made in the past. This is a, I don't know, 70s, 80s, maybe early 80s style. It's got some good use. Yeah, it's all rusted in there. It's got some good use, but it's not some of the newer ones. Newer looking crawlers there. So let's get this out of the way. Now we can take the wheels off. Now the wheels are a splined bit. This is a T40. Look at that. That's a pretty good guess there. They're probably loose anyway, but I'll go ahead and use, that one's on pretty good. One of the wheels is definitely loose. Yeah, they're not that bad. We'll put some blue Loctite on there too. So it's kind of like a cap with the threads on the inside. Got a lock washer and the wheels. I got ball bearings underneath there. There you go. They've actually got two sets of ball bearings. That's pretty nice. I don't know if you can see. You got one set on top there, and then you can't see way down on the bottom side too. Up underneath there, right down in there, is another set. So that's pretty neat. The wheels aren't the best, but for now we'll reuse them. I think I might in the future maybe get some of the bigger ones, the polypropylene ones. But for now this will work. Alright, those are apart. I think what we'll do next is we'll go ahead and clean up the frame and paint it so we can have it sitting outside while we're redoing the headrest while it's drying. So I've just got some degreasers, Purple Power. We'll just spray that on and wipe it down. Now I'm just going to wipe this down with acetone just to get any impurities off. So I decided I'm not going to go back with just black is what it is. I have this color that I just picked up at the store, Rust-Oleum in metallic blue. It is cobalt blue. I just happened to see it on the shelf and thought I'd try it on a future project. Ended up using it on the lid to the puzzle box that I made a few videos back, and I thought it'd be good. I like the sparkle that it has in it, the metallic flakes, and I was going to give this a once over as a blue color. While we're waiting the frame to dry, let's go ahead and tackle the headrest. I've got some pleather that we can use. That was for another project, but we can use that to cover this up. I don't know. Let's open it up one side just to see how it's kind of soft. So I don't know, but I don't have any like cushion to replace it. But let's open it up, take a look at it. I might just recover the entire thing, leaving it as is. But I want to look to see what's inside first. Alright. So this is just old foam. The foam's in pretty good shape. I don't know if you can see. So the foam is not deteriorating, but it's soft. I don't know if that's how it was originally. Since it's not falling apart, we're going to leave it as is. I'll just staple it back up, and then we'll put the old cover, I'm sorry, we'll put the new vinyl on top of the old. So we'll go ahead and staple the old back on. Now let's cut the new piece out. Alright, so it looks like we'll fold the long ends first, and then the short ends last. We'll tuck a little bit, and then we'll staple it. Make sure we got enough on both sides here. And then we'll push it to make it a little tighter. Cut a little bit of this off too. So we'll get that, make sure it's taut, not tight, pushing down on it, but just taut enough. Turn it around here. We'll fold over the edge, then we'll bring it up. Yeah, that looks good. Not too tight that it's compressing the foam, but tight enough to give it some good shape. So we'll go ahead and staple the rest of it up. Now let's see here, how are we going to fold it? Could fold it like a present. I'm going to cut a little bit of this waste off here. I don't think it will affect us any. Let me check it out. As long as we staple. Yeah, that looks good. Cutting some of that waste out will help make it not so bulky. So I'm just folding it in and then lifting it up. And then we'll staple both sides to hold it in place there. We'll do the same side on this side. We'll cut a little bit of waste out of here. Alright, well, we'll just do the other side, same as this side, and I think that'll turn out just nice. And there you have it. Pretty nice. So to clean up the wheels, I'm going to use what we got at the estate sale also, is the rim oil. It's a spray with Teflon lubricant. So we'll go ahead and spray all the ball bearings with it. So to keep this build cost down, I try to reuse items that I had from other jobs or stuff I've scavenged from other projects. And this board right here was an old dresser. It looks like cherry, but it's a veneered cherry with a particle board core, so it's not really worth anything to build anything nice. So this will make a good backing to lay on top of. It'll make the crawler heavier than it was before, but it's sturdy enough. So after you cut it, you can see that there's just a particle board core, and it's just veneered cherry on the outside. Or even a veneer with a cherry stain on it. So it was nothing valuable, but it works pretty good. It's barely long enough. It's a little bit short, but it'll work. And now I just need to transfer the holes that are on the old one to the new board. Now I'm going to add these pronged T-nuts. Basically, it's a 1/4 by 20 nut, but these prongs go into the wood when I nail them down, and then that will be flush with the wood when we're screwing it. So I'm going to put one right here, and then one up top. And this will connect the frame, the wood, to the frame. So a frame has been sitting outside to dry. It's been about 30 minutes. It's warm. The paint's a little tacky, but I think it's going to be good enough for us to go ahead and start assembly. So first thing we'll do is to make sure that our board holes line up with the frame holes. The bolt was missing when I originally got this, so I needed to replace it. Well, the bolt I had was about a 1/4 inch too short, so I'm ended up having to go with a Phillips head screw type bolt in its place. I hate mixing the different types of heads on the bolt, but we gotta deal with what we got. So this is not a necessary step, but I am going to add a little bit of blue Loctite to the threads, just so that they to prevent it from coming loose too quickly. And then use our T27 to lock it down. We'll just repeat that process on the other 4 wheels. And the final step that we have to do is add the headrest onto the creeper. And there you go. One refurbished creeper. Remember the ABCs of making. Always be creating. Till next time.